Okay, so how did your Pottermore quizzes go? So first off, it's on your new one. What did you get for your new one?
Okay, I have to sign in again.
B.
I have to sign. Oh, sorry.
For those who do not know why I am sighing so deep, this is the second time we have done this because I could not sign in. Because I could not sign in. So
You
I.
suck with passwords.
No, it's I don't know why. Okay,
That is. That's.
but my
Okay.
normal accounts I can sign in perfectly. But then these like secondary like subsidiary accounts, I just can't do them. I just don't care so much about them because they are just like secondary, insignificant little ones. Okay,
I get. Cool. Cool. So.
so we both
What's
have a
yours?
first. So we both have a new and an old one, right? So
Mhm.
so let's do your new one first.
Cool. Mine or yours? No, let's do yours.
Wow,
I'll do yours.
okay, let's do my new one then. So my new one, so this is the most latest one. I think I did it like 2-3 weeks ago maybe? Okay, so my Hogwarts house is Gryffindor. Oh,
Okay.
okay, I didn't take any of the other quizzes. I just took that
I
one.
hate. Okay, cool. So I'm Ravenclaw. And now let's
Okay.
just not do our Patronus. I don't want to do my
Yeah,
Patronus and Wand. I don't
I
like
don't
it.
want to do my Patronus and Wand again, because I was actually happy with my Patronus and Wand on my other one.
I'm still gonna say mine is still um the marsh bird. The marsh bird was a marsh bird. A marsh tail bird was a
Ah,
bird.
okay.
Yeah,
I like my black and white cat. I'm
yeah.
happy with my black and white cat.
And I had a unicorn. No, I had a unicorn.
So is this your old one or your new one?
It's my old one. And a dragon heartstring and hard flexibility and a very long wand. It was amazing. I loved it.
How long was your
Very long.
like 13 inches, 14 inches?
I don't know. I forgot. I just knew it was long. Longer than 9.
I have both open up here. I'm so prepared today for this one. Haha. But mine is a beech wood with a phoenix feather core that is 11 and
Oh yeah,
3/4
Phoenix
inches
cool.
long.
No, it was dragon. Never mind.
So, and it's reasonably supple and flexibility.
I can't really prove that I had a dragon heartstring or a marsh tail thing
We'll take
because
your word
I
on it.
deleted that account.
Why don't you just keep them in a book, like?
Because I didn't like it. Because I don't like my results.
But you could use it for other stuff like signing into YouTube or stuff like that.
Why? Why would I want to do that? I can just go into incognito and then my account history is not saved, so it's fine.
Oh, you sicker! I
What do you
meant for
mean?
those like once-off like age-restricted videos for a stupid reason. Sicker. I speak like I've never done any of this, but oh well.
Age restricted. What do you mean? I was referring to if I wanted an account that like for YouTube.
I
Then I
have
don't
I
want
have two accounts, right? The one that is
to.
18, so that I can watch normal like the other videos on, right? The ones that you can't normally watch, and okay, listen, okay, listen. I have the one account that is my normal account, but I've worked on this account. I've subscribed to people on this account. I have the YouTube algorithms suggesting stuff that I like on this account.
Okay.
So
Okay. Then why do you have two accounts?
because the age on my one that I've put work into, that one is like my actual age.
Oh, okay, I see. I guess that does work out. I do have two accounts. My school account and my normal account. My one that I do PlayStation with and gaming and stuff and YouTube. And I have a school account. So yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah, does make sense. Doesn't it? Cool. Yeah.
How awesome are games?
They're very cool.
Like
Wait.
I'm playing Need for Speed Rivals right now. Like this isn't even one of the good Need for Speeds, right? Kaylin would disagree with
It's
me.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
it was
okay.
yeah, so it's not. It's one of the worst, I must admit. In the spectrum of Need for
The
Speed.
graphics are nice.
Yeah, graphics, schmappics.
It's better than Payback. It's better than Payback.
Well, if
Payback is play to win.
Well,
So-
I'm not playing online on Payback. I'm just playing the story. So
Yeah.
I'm not
But you
paying to
did-
win anything.
Yeah, I suppose.
So yeah. So I'm very happy with that, with my Payback, because I'm not gonna play that online. I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
But Rivals is only online, right? There's no like story to there's no like character story, right? But I'm playing Rivals right now, and it looks so good. Like the leaves, the cars, the everything, you know. It's great for riding around. That's Need for Speeds are good at that, but it is arguably the worst because it's not like the newer ones with the nice story and stuff, right? It has a pretty weak ass story, if I can be honest. And it's not like the old ones, which had a weak story, granted, but it had more of a story, and it was more of a racing game. The older Need for Speeds, they definitely were
I
more
played
racing.
most of them, but the Most Wanted had the least story of literally everything. It was very arcadey. There was two Most Wanted, the new Wanted and the old Most Wanted, which is my favorite.
The old
So
Most
I put in
Wanted was
so
the
many
best.
hours.
The old Most Wanted was
So many
good.
hours.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I
Actually,
repeated
no,
that story so many times.
I might be lying here. I have to look at my PlayStation 3 game. Oh, by the way, I can't believe I didn't say this 2 podcasts ago. For fuck's sake, turn off that goddamn fan, man.
Oh. Okay.
Swear to God. You asshole. You asshole.
Oh, so it was on.
I should have said that earlier because, like, actually people listening to it could have heard that. Just saying.
Oh wow.
Just
It's
Super
fine.
Saiyan. Anyway.
It's fine.
Get
It's
it?
fine.
Get it? Get it?
Super Saiyan?
Thank you.
Not really. It was a weak joke. But
You're weak.
anyway.
You're a weak ass joke. Shut up. Okay, back to Need for Speed. So Need for Speed Most
Yeah.
Wanted. I realized that when I think of Most Wanted, I think I've played Most Wanted. Do I have Most Wanted? I know I have Pro Street. Right? I have 2 Pro Streets.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I have a Need
Yes.
for Speed Most Wanted. I remember playing a Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Did it have a story?
Yes. Well, no. Pro Street.
Was it on PC?
No.
Thank you. So it's not the Most Wanted that I'm talking about.
Okay. I was just the names escaped me entirely. So
Yeah.
I've
cool.
played Pro Street. That's the one I've grown to love.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, I played that with you. It's okay.
It's so
More
good.
racing than anything
That's
else.
what I loved about it. It is straight up just racing.
Suppose so.
But it's a better racing than Gran Turismo. Arguably the prologue, right? That racing was it was pretty dry, but this racing it had like ambiance and like there was crowds, and there was like actual like races that were showing off. You know, like they'd like.
I like the street races, like there's cops in it, and that's
Yeah.
Need for Speed. That is Need for Speed. That's the
Wow.
original Need for Speed. That is what it is.
That's the problem having grown up with a game, in the
different
series.
game.
Like growing
A
up
different game
like
for me.
a game in the series is a game in the series, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about Need for Speed is that they have, in trying to find out what Need for Speed is, they changed so much that I got caught on the other side of the tracks practically.
Yeah, I was playing the more older one than you, the one on PC.
But the more honest to how the game is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I got caught on the wrong side of the tracks there, and I love the other way of Need for Speed.
And now you can't really change it because that's the way you think it is.
Yeah, it's how I'm stuck. I'm stuck on this constant perpetual thing like, oh, why can't you be like Pro Street, man? Like, really?
Yeah,
because I enjoyed how Pro Street, it was how you say street races, right? But yeah, there was no
cops.
Yeah, there was no cops, but street races be street races, you know.
And there wasn't like a most wanted level that you're now the most wanted
Yeah,
street race
that
in the
to
world.
me isn't Need for Speed. Need for Speed, like the title suggests, is going the fastest. And to me, that, because these were street races, right? These were street cars. You know how you customize a street racer car is different to an actual racing car, and that's
You're chosh.
That's the kind of cars that Need for Speed Pro Street had, right? And I loved those cars, and the story for Pro Street was actually, I enjoyed the story for it. It was literally.
What's the story?
It's not like, oh, Billy and James need to go to the supermarket kind of story. It's you are a racer making your way up the
Hi, podcast. How are you? Are you good?
I just got told off. Talking too loud.
Yeah.
I realize my voice does escalate pretty hard. It's the crux of being a public speaker, is that I'm constantly trying to speak to a hall of people.
That was a humble brag. Mega humble brag. Mega humble brag.
Yeah, hashtag humble brag. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, but anyway, so where was I? So the story for Pro Street was, you were this racer going up the ranks, and you had to defeat, his name was the Prawn King, I believe it was. No, it wasn't Prawn, I think it was Dragon King or something, but I always thought it was Prawn.
That's even worse.
Because I always thought it was Prawn, because his car, would, like, you know, the tire smoke was orange, so I would always think it's a prawn.
I thought it's like more of a salmon.
I kept on thinking, yeah, he's like the Prawn King, and I think it makes sense for him to be the Dragon King. It just makes sense, right?
I suppose so.
Yeah, I enjoy Pro Street, but damn it, oh well.
Yeah, but Marlon was more like some guy. Like, you start off as like this really high leveled guy, and you're gonna race the top level most wanted guy, and for pink slips to get his car, but someone sabotages your car to like fail. It was one of the best starting sequences in a game.
I had
so
the
far
pink
from it.
slips explained to me. Raffy explained the pink slips to me. Oh no, it was Ricky. He explained the pink slips to me how you could actually lose your cars. Like if you
It's
lost
car
a
ID.
if you lost a race, you would have to give your car away to someone else.
That's how it works.
That's
Yeah.
not how Pro Street. Pro Street is literally like win the race. If you don't win the race, you don't advance, kind of thing.
Yeah, but like this is street races where it's like outlaws, people that are illegally racing, like with no, yeah, you know, like Fast and the Furious, stuff like that. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. But like the whole thing of Pro Street was that these street races set up events, you know, so they set up actual tiering and so on and so forth. So it's in the name Pro Street. It's street races gone pro. So
I suppose maybe, I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
If it's
I love that game. It's a fun game.
yeah.
Any other PlayStation 3 games? Because I've been listed playing my PlayStation 3. I was kind of concerned. I forgot how hot these things get.
Oof, yeah. There's
Like,
those guys.
but they don't overheat per se. They just are hot machines. Because the setup that I have, it's in a plastic drawer, right? So I open up the drawer so that it can breathe. And I have the cables and stuff strung through the back of the drawer. And it works, yes, but I'm still concerned with the amount of air that's being able to go up through the machine.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, but I think so we were playing Star Wars, the Clone Wars, Lego. We were playing that, but then it like just shut down, and I realized I needed a software update for my PlayStation, and it didn't crash after that. So I think it's good where it is. It's an interesting setup. I took the jigsaw and I cut a square in the back of the plastic drawer so that the cables could drape through. I filed down the edges and I took some Scotch-Brite and I took the filings off. It's a nice little project. It's like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, quick and easy, and don't worry that much. It was quite fun doing all these little things.
Yeah, but like back then, we never really played much video games.
I don't know about you, but
the way we're doing now. The way we're doing now.
We've become more regimented and conscious of our actions in recent years. Whereas before we got Minecraft, right? Well, actually no. Let me go right back to the beginning. Let me go right back to the beginning. YouTube. I never used to watch YouTube. I used to sit down for lunch and I'd watch YouTube videos. I would watch the music videos because I don't know. I love music videos. They just add something to the song.
It ruins the song for me.
What? How does it? We need to fix this. How does it ruin the song?
Okay, so let's say I find a song on iTunes or something like that. Or like,
no. Oh, well, that's actually straight up arguments destroyed here. I was looking at songs that I've never heard before. I was watching them with their music videos, so I hadn't. Maybe I heard it off the radio, but like. Maybe
and also radio. I check the name of the song, and then I Google it.
Yeah.
And then I go on to like. I suppose back then I used to do the music videos.
But in recent years, it's
No, in recent years it's more like I find them on iTunes or something. Well, not recent years, like recent year.
Yeah,
like
that's the difference between now and then. It's the process of getting to the music that was different. Like I'd never have gone into iTunes. It was of course go to YouTube and get the music because it's the only place I could listen to it for free.
And also like I interpret the song a lot different than what they want me to interpret it, and sometimes it just ruins it for me. So
I never really interpret songs. I usually just continue the story of the words that they said.
Like
so like if they have a
I like electronic though. I want you to Google a song. Since
and listen to it now.
Yeah, then, yeah, it's copyrighted or not, it doesn't matter. We're not making any revenue,
We're
so
not
it doesn't
making
matter.
any money on this.
We're
Okay.
not. Okay, search in Andrew Apple Pie.
Should I even bother? Should I even?
You were the one that introduced me to this one, weren't you?
So which song is this? Which song is this?
Drowning. Drowning? Drowning World or something?
Drowning. I'll need some. I'll need to listen to it to know. I probably have listened to it before, just saying, but
Just to, like, play a
I
nice...
don't think I've consciously known that it was
Mm,
Adam Apple Pie
anyway,
drowning.
maybe. I don't know. It's nice. I like to listen to it. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Is it fun? I don't know if it's fun.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like your songs. They're nice.
They're very soothing.
Yeah.
And Andrew Apple Pie and Rougeman, Drowning World, right?
Yeah. Berougeman. I don't know what that girl that sings. I think that's it, yeah. I like the part was like dun 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 dun, dun whatever.
Okay,
That's
let's
really
get to
good.
the good part.
So late.
I think that's it. Maybe. Is it? I don't know if it is. Is it? Is it? I
That's
don't know
pretty
if it's
cool.
paused. Like a few months ago, I would never have listened to a song like that. Like, I guess my music has changed.
Well,
Do you still
I
listen
think
to 21 Pilots?
so my here's the thing about my life on the edge is that downloading the music for me is gonna take time. Time I'm not willing to sink just yet.
Okay,
So
okay.
I have a playlist of I think like 200 songs. It's a hodgepodge between Girl Talk All Day and 21 Pilots, Foals,
Oh,
Foster the People, Oh Wonder, Melanie Martinez, who else? Some Suicide Sheep songs that I've just downloaded off the fly. What else? Dodie Clark, I like to listen to her, you know,
Dodie
so...
Clark is good. I like
Thank
her.
you.
She's good.
Thank you. Yeah, she is. She's amazing. So, yes, it's a hodgepodge playlist. Paramore as well. Don't forget Paramore. Hodgepodge, full of songs. But I want to expand my Adam Apple Pie playlist because my Andrew Apple. What's his name? Andrew.
Andrew Apple Pie. Andrew Apple Pie.
Andrew Apple Pie. Andrew Apple Pie. I keep on
Andrew
calling him
Apple
Adam
Pie.
Apple Pie. I don't know why. Andrew Apple Pie. So Andrew Apple Pie. I want to expand because his music, it's
experimental electronic music. That's his thing. That's his genre.
that's
Self-imposed
that's what
genre.
he says his genre is, right? But I feel it is more of a. If I was to describe how I feel when I listen to the music, it's more of a like out of body experience kind of music, you know. It's the kind of music where you sit back with your glass of whiskey and you just
Maybe.
contemplate life while you
seem to
smoke
have
your
become
cigarette.
quite a person.
You were gonna say alcoholic, but I do not drink
Yeah, that what?
because I'm underage. Because I'm not allowed to drink. I'm not 18.
Yeah.
And that's the legal drinking age in South Africa. And
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna make a rip on your
alcoholism.
Yeah.
Jinx Jonas, I don't know the reviews. That's 2 today. Ooh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I will collect. It'll be a year, 2 years. I will collect.
I'll just
Yeah.
freaking get a whole can of Coke.
But
success.
his music, it's different from all these people singing and hitting drums. This guy is probably sat in his basement in his boxes, just punching a few keys every once in a while, and he makes music that is really, really nice. And I love that
Yeah.
about the modern world of music, how
Anyone
that-
can make music. Actually,
and
not everyone can.
not everyone can, but that's the thing about the music market, is that it's, in this modern world, almost anything that can survive on the internet is a saturated market. Only
And you
those
have to
who
be, and you have to be very original or very extreme to survive in it.
that's the thing. So if I really like my death metal from Lelis, and he's the only guy that I know that can make the death metal the way I like it, then great, because that's the power of the internet. I can listen to the small guys, unlike way back when. But that's a sad thing, is that if they don't adhere to the majority, they can't get a. But it's great for the small guy, but for the bigger guys, when you're like midway, when you're like a pop star, you have to be the best of the pop stars. It's kind of good for us, bad for them. Good for us in the way that we get the best of the best. We get the ones that kill, but we don't get but it doesn't give a chance to those who are actually good. It gives a chance to those who are actually crazy.
Yeah, and as CGB Grey puts it, the only people who succeed in the world are, as I said in different terms, like they either are extremely good at what they do, and like extremely like on the autistic scale, Like, okay, I'm not autistic scale because that's just extreme to the next sort of
I've been
class.
noticing people have been using autistic in a term like that. Put it on the savant scale, rather like.
Savant scale. I'm not trying
Cause-
to insult anyone. I'm trying to put it inside.
Yeah,
the-
so savant as a descriptive word is someone with of a higher intellect on the autism spectrum, right? That is
to
what a
one
savant is.
specific task.
Yeah, so if you say you're a savant, it means you're really good at something.
But you're
It's
technically still autistic. On the
it's
spectrum.
it's using
Spectrum.
it's using the idea of Rain Man in that sentence. You know the
What's
movie
Rain Man?
Rain Man. You know the movie
No.
Rain Man. It's this
No.
person with autism that can count cards perfectly, like perfectly every time without trying. He can count cards in a casino. So the guy takes him to the casino and he just bankrupts the casino using this guy, because Rain Man is so good at counting cards. Right? So
Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
so he's so good at this that it's using the idea of Rain Man, the idea of being so good at something that no one can touch you. You are the best. That's how everyone perceives the savant, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So if you say savant, it's that's how it definitely feels nowadays. How everyone is just the best of the best, even though savant isn't even that's the thing about English. You can be unhappy with many things, but
Not with definitions.
yeah,
What? Yeah, what do you mean? Yes, that is it.
yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, so, that's the sad part about the internet. But you know what? I love the internet. I'm an internet child. I wish I don't use it to the degree that I want to. I want to use it like I want to be the guy on the Reddit, but I'm not that kind of person. I've come to accept that I'm not the kind of guy to be commenting on posts and stuff. I just look at a post, think to myself, cool, and then I just leave it alone.
The most I do on Reddit is upvote and mostly downvote.
Yeah, I don't do. No, I can't. I'm not the kind of person to do all those other stuff.
Definitely. But you don't have to. Reddit is not for.
I mean, in
like,
general, I'm on Twitter, but the only reason I'm on Twitter is to make the notifications in Twitter disappear. Like I got into it at one point, but then I don't know. There's so much on Twitter. It's not for me. I need the.
I just like people who are like, yeah.
Twitter is people screaming stuff into the void. I like.
Definitely.
I don't
I
like
don't even
it.
comment on people's things. I just like to see, Siege Brigade's Twitter messages and Brady's Twitter things. You know?
That's the thing. I want to read everything, and I know that that's not possible. But I'm the kind of guy that wants to just sit and get and like when I go to bed, I like catch up on today's Instagram, and I scroll through Instagram. And I look at the pictures that have been put up today, because I'm not on Instagram the whole day, so I got like a whole day of,
Yeah, I went on an Instagram page a few days ago, because I was really into comic book characters and stuff, so I just followed every comic book concept artist in the freaking Instaverse.
I know how that is.
And now each post I see, I just like, okay, I have no reason
I'm
to
not
follow
interested
you.
in this anymore.
Yeah, so I just unfollow them
I know how
whenever
you
I
feel.
see it.
I did the same for Suicide Girls. They're like these internet babes, right?
Yeah, you sent me a few of them.
Yeah, they are really, really attractive models, right? But I'm not. I eventually got to the point where like I don't want to see hoes on my Instagram the whole time.
I don't subscribe to any of that stuff.
Oh, I went like full blast horny teenagers on it, just like subscribe. So many.
I know Josh Berger did that once. I just checked his Insta feed. Oof. Anyway. I wonder how that goes down. Anyway.
I wonder, hey. I don't. That's a sad thing. I haven't talked to him in forever.
I mean, we have no reason to talk to him. He's, he's
Yeah, but I was. That's why I'm very nervous. Whenever anyone leaves because of Josh Gregor, because like we were like, we were relatively okay friends, right? But then
very good friends, kinda.
No,
yeah,
like if I was actually to weight on a scale, he was just a very sociable person.
We weren't friends with everyone.
Yeah, that's so we weren't really mates. We weren't really mates at all. We were just close acquaintances in a friend group, right?
Yeah, so I suppose. But like after he left, yeah.
When he left,
we're gonna
I was
speak about
just
this
like,
again. This is always a topic of conversation.
We haven't done Gregor. I guess we haven't done it in a while.
In a while, I suppose. Yeah.
But like I haven't talked to him since he left. I haven't spoken to him once.
And then he broke up with his girlfriend.
Yeah. I did stalk him for a while for that wild period when he was with his girlfriend. But he hasn't posted on Instagram at all.
And he hasn't. I wonder how he's doing.
That's the thing. Kalen now, like, he's way off. Haven't talked in forever, right? I think, but not as long, right? I have talked to him since he has left, which is an improvement from Gregor. right?
But Josh met guys that didn't happen to like video games, so he can. I don't, and PS4s must be like really not in there. Maybe I don't know.
I think
People who don't like video
looking
games.
at him on Instagram, right? From his appearance, right? Your appearance tells you a lot about the person, right? And the
Yeah,
fact
definitely.
the fact that he hasn't been that he mostly posted videos and pictures of him, his girlfriend, his friends and stuff like that, right? It shows me
Yeah.
that he
He's very
isn't
social.
he's
in that
not
way.
he's not an internet child like we are. He has that's the thing. He actually turned into a beach bum, right? Like
Yeah.
he's the long hair, the bracelets, the baggy clothes, you know, and he does live near the coast. It's one of those things where your friends live near the coast. Yeah, you
I'm
fit
the
in.
exception here.
You have special circumstances. He has gone to another country and had a time zone shift large enough that his
Oh,
old friend
definitely.
group couldn't actually communicate with him. That
Yeah. Yeah.
that's his area that he had to cross, and to cross that to actually have a sustainable life in this new country, he had to give up his love for PlayStation. Like, I know he has a PlayStation 3 still, and I was talking to Liam and stuff. He's like saving for like a subwoofer or something for his guitar now, instead of a PlayStation 4.
Oh no, Josh! Don't do this, Gregor. Don't do this. But
So
he's gonna be a nice guy no matter what, and that's all
no,
that matters.
he's a nice guy, but he's a smart guy as well, and he's smart to know you do not alienate your world around you. You integrate. You become a part.
Yeah,
You're a part of
it
the
makes
masses.
us more adaptation. It makes us look like freaking recluses compared to, or more like people who can't adapt to certain circumstances.
I can full on accept that. Granted I have my limits. I can change to a certain group of people. Like if I'm with my
You
family,
can.
I am suddenly a mountain climbing, tree climbing, outdoorsy, energetic, strong motherfucker. But then the second I get home, I don't talk to video games about them, about video games with them, right? Because it's just not something that they can level with me with, you know?
My uncle's really into video games, and that's all that he really has. So, and I really like him. So, yeah, he's
Yes,
kind of the one that I speak to video games.
you have family members on your own plane, but I do not. I do not have family members.
That's only one. The rest is very old or very young, which is
Yes, well, my when I say my
and they're
family,
all
all of
Portuguese and all German or Afrikaans, and I hate all of them.
yeah, when I say my family, I mean the family that I actively talk to. Like I do have other family
Like
that
you want
are
to
my
talk to them?
age. I do have family that are my age, but I don't talk to them because they are these other people that are going to the gym all the time.
Separate family.
They work at a flea market on the weekends. They're part of my cousin.
Community.
My cousin is on the I think she's
That word.
the regional cousin.
What cousin? Regional cousin? What is
No,
that?
no, no. I said don't you. I said cousin. You're like I don't like that word.
No, do you know like being part of a group kind of thing, like how schools try to group you and be part of, and it's another grayism, but I already held this thing before I was even before I even heard of Hello Internet. Like, I don't like being part of the community. It's just annoying. Like, have you ever wanted to be part of a community?
Yeah, I have, but then I got rejected, so I had to make my own way.
Which community?
My actual physical estate, yeah, I tried to be friends with the people on the block,
Really?
talk to them, yeah, but It was
I
not in
never
my
wanted
favor. One thing led
I'm
to
not into
another,
it.
and I got exiled. I got banned from the
I
community.
like having very few friends, and that's also a reason why. Like I like you mostly. I like having friends. Like I like having, but I'm leaning more towards having very few friends. Like a few knit group
Mm.
of well-known people than people that I hardly know and spend a lot of time with. It's
I
just
I play the odds.
can't.
I play the odds. I know that in the future you are less likely to get me a job than a random acquaintance I know. Um,
Hmm,
more
what do you mean? Get me a job? We'll get you
so
a job. What
so
the
f-
heck?
so for example, uh, let's say I need to find silver tape, right? Instead of asking all my closest friends, right? I'm better off asking these random acquaintances, right? Because the random
I mean,
acquaintances
more
need to.
people. Yeah,
So more people, yes, but also
more odds of getting something.
random acquaintances have to keep up the social contract of it all.
And I
So
couldn't care less. I
and
suppose
you
maybe.
and you don't have to because you've like got a free pass because you're a closer friend. Like if I
Yeah, I
ask you,
suppose.
hey
Yeah.
bro, I need a job, I'm strapped for cash, you're like, good luck finding a job. Where an acquaintance will be like,
Oh
oh, okay,
really? Oh, okay.
I don't want to be mean. Well, yes, as a friend, you can do what you can do as a friend, right? But
Hmm.
as a friend, people realize that you're pushing because this is someone you know. Whereas an acquaintance says, oh, this guy's unemployed. I think he might be good for the job. Because an acquaintance doesn't have to do anything for you. They can just leave it alone. But if an acquaintance does follow through, it's more likely to
Hmm.
result in a positive outcome. Just because
Yeah,
of the
but I
fact
mean, I
that,
wouldn't leave someone that I know very closely, like to just rot, and I have an option it's open, but I wouldn't like
yeah.
go out of my way to help them.
And
Actually, I
people
would
know, people can
maybe.
feel that. People can sense that.
Like, are you talking about me specifically, or but it's
Well,
just
people in
like the
general.
whole point? Yeah,
The
like
whole point of it is
I would help you, but you'll probably get a
you'd
job
help me,
anyway.
but
But
then anyone that you talk
yeah,
to you'll be like, hey, my friend is, and then people will I don't know, like some way, like it's just a thing when you talk about someone you know, right? You can't help but give these little factoids, these little extra boosts of information. Um,
so you're saying
whereas
it's more likely for me, like for a
so it's
friend to get you a job, or I'm kind of
less likely.
confused here.
It's less likely for a friend to get me a job. It's because an acquaintance, right? Acquaintance says, I
Okay,
think this
okay.
guy might be good, and so then the employer would be like, okay, let's do a little bit of research, like the most minimal of research. But if you know every single detail about me, they'll rely on you for that. And depending on your standing in the business, obviously, if you're the owner of the business, it's like it's a free ticket. But if
Oh,
let's
I
say
see.
let's say you're like the
Okay.
receptionist, you're the
Hmm.
receptionist in the business, and you suggest to the boss, "Hey, my friend needs a job." No, not gonna happen. But if you're the receptionist and you're like, "Hey, I heard this accountant is such and such," then it's more likely that a random once off
Yeah.
thing will. It's also just
I
playing
see
to the
what you're
numbers of
saying,
being more
but
people.
it's very there's a lot of variables in
That's the thing. It's like
it depends.
It's an average. It really depends on your life and stuff like that. Like if you have good friends, you're good for you like you're good, right? But if you
Yeah,
have
but
that,
I mean, I'll help you get a job if you ask me.
but like
I
if
mean,
all of your friends were just like selfish assholes, then you gotta
why would you ask them?
yeah. Why would
Mm,
you even ask them? So
yeah,
I do believe it makes sense that you're just playing to the numbers that an acquaintance is more likely to pay off. Um,
yeah,
but yes,
maybe.
you know,
I
you
have no idea,
understand.
but like personally, I would rather stick it out and you know because I don't like to rely on other people.
Nah, I
That's
don't
just
either.
not. That's just not.
Yeah,
That's just not who I am. Or nor you. But I mean, if like literally I'm dying, having no food, living with. I mean, of course you're gonna go somewhere, but there's pride involved, and you don't know what you
Well-
can't predict what you're gonna do in the future.
That is us. We have 5 minutes left. But in closing, I would say that there's always a limit to everything. You know, there's like
Definitely.
I'm not afraid to ask for help, but I do understand that there is such thing as a stupid question, right? And I know that for sure. So I am
Definitely.
very much against just asking these like stupid little things that,
Phases, maybe.
yeah,
I
these
don't know.
stupid little favors that I should do myself, you know?
Or you're just too lazy. Either way.
If you're lazy, then
Yeah.
that's just stupid. I don't wanna.
It depends on who you are. I advocate being independent, and so do you, but yeah, that's just who you are, you know?
Freedom!